What's up everyone, back for another beer review, and today is Wednesday, which of course means it's time for another West New York Wednesday here on the channel. And the beer I'm reviewing today once again comes from Community Beer Works, and they're out of Buffalo, New York, and this is their Pink Grapefruit Let's Go Pils. So they're calling this one a Pilsner beer brewed with a pink grapefruit. It comes in at 4.2% alcohol by volume. No IBUs listed. Time of review, and this can is just over 3 weeks old. So almost 5 years ago, I think it was back in the fall of 2018, I reviewed the base beer Let's Go Pils, aka Let's Go Bills, brewed in honor of the Buffalo Bills here in the West New York region. And I enjoyed it, but since then, this beer has kind of taken off for Community Beer Works. It has become a year-round offering, and they have also released a bunch of different variants of this beer, and this is one of the latest ones, so I thought I'd grab it and give it a go. Now, they have a little spiel here on the can. It says, a crisp and crushable lager brewed in the celebration of our hometown spirit. In this special version of Let's Go Pils, we use only the finest Pilsner malt, flaked corn, and German hops along with pink grapefruit. The result is a perfect warm weather lager with just the right citrus twist. Let's go. So yeah, the base beer is kind of, and I said it in the review, it's kind of like an American adjunct lager meets a German Pilsner. They refer to it as an American Pilsner, which I guess is appropriate because they do use, as I said, flake corn. I think they also use rice, but they dry hop this one with Saaz and Hallertauer Blanc hops. So it's kind of, you know, a hybrid to some degree. And it was kind of a different take on a lager back then for me, you know, almost 5 years ago. So I'm curious to see how the Pink Grapefruit will play with the base beer. So that has a very cloudy, like yellow, golden yellow color, but it's definitely murky and turbid. You know, it's not like a hazy IPA or something, but it's definitely unfiltered. You hold it up to the light. Yeah, I mean, I can see the shadow of my hand, but I cannot see my hand through it. Had about a finger of an off-white soap sudsy looking head that's now dissipated to absolutely nothing, which I'd imagine the pink grapefruit, maybe the oils or something from that is causing that. But yeah, I mean, that kind of looks like an unfiltered lager to some sort. But honestly, if I was to look at this and just do it blind, I would say this is maybe like a Berliner Weiss or a Goza, something in that realm. It kind of comes off more of like a sour. Anyway, let's get a nose. So there's a very slight hint of like a grapefruit. Would I necessarily say pink grapefruit? Maybe not. Now, when it comes to grapefruit, I like ruby red first, pink grapefruit next, and then white grapefruit. And that's kind of in the order of the sweetness. Ruby red's a little bit sweeter. Pink grapefruit's like a mixture of like tart and sweet, and then white's a little bit more like tart and bitter. But yeah, there's a little bit of grapefruit. But I am getting the base beer, and I remember this one having like a little bit of like a lemon kick to it from the hops. There's also a corny, almost creamed corn scent to this one. Very slight, not over the top. It's grainy, has just a little bit of that like biscuity malt character from the Pilsner malt. And then a very slight, like herbaceous floral hop tone. Now the grapefruit's starting to open up a little bit as it's been in the glass now. Yeah, so it's kind of like pink grapefruit covering a, again, American Pilsner, or just like we could just say a hoppy lager, not even a hoppy lager, just say an American lager, as opposed to like American adjunct lager. It just kind of has a nice, refreshing kind of scent to it. So let's get into it. Cheers, everyone. Damn nice. It's giving me kind of like ruby red Kolsch from Genesee vibes, a little bit in the vein of the Ruby Red Surf from Southern Tier. What I mean by that is it has a nice grapefruit character without being overwhelming, and the base beer is so light and refreshing and crushable. That's what this is a crushable beer. There's not a ton of flavor, and it's not meant to be. It's 4.2%. Like this is going to be something you pick up a 6-pack of, and you enjoy it throughout the course of 3, 4, 5 hours. You get a little buzz on, but it goes down like water. Very refreshing, especially on a hot day. Body's higher side of light, lower side of medium. I'd say more higher side of light. So not thin and watery, but definitely light enough to let you know it's only 4.2%. The mouthfeel, it's crisp. It's pretty clean, and it's very refreshing. It definitely has that crispy, moderate carbonation on the palate. The flavors, again, very simplistic, but well done. Front of the palate, I get the grapefruit, get a little bit of lemon mixing in with the pink grapefruit. And then it's kind of omnipresent, I would say, the pink grapefruit. It hits me up front more of like a little bit of a sweeter, juicier pink grapefruit and citrus in general. As it passes through the palate, though, it kind of dries out a little bit. There's also an underlying, again, I said cream corn, not as much cream corn in the taste, but a little bit of a corny kind of feel to it. There's a biscuity malt profile that's kind of omnipresent as well. Again, a little sweeter and juicy up front. As it hits midway through the palate, that's when this beer starts drying out. And there's a little bit of like an herbaceous floral kind of hop character that lingers on the back of the palate, along with like a pithy kind of dry grapefruit character. It finishes full on dry, very mild bitterness. The dryness is like the hero of this beer because it balances it out. It's not too sweet, not too juicy. The mild bitterness is nice. Yeah, I think this is a very enjoyable and well done variant of their Let's Go Pils. Do I like it more than Let's Go Pils? If I'm being honest with you, I think I do. I didn't think I would, but I think the grapefruit introduces enough of a difference where this gives me, I would say this, I could drink a Let's Go Pils year round because it is just a lower ABV light lager, basically. So that one I could drink in, pretty much any season and enjoy it. This is definitely spring and summertime and maybe in early fall. But I think this is more refreshing and a little bit more flavorful than their base Let's Go Pils. So it's all personal preference. But as far as like a fruit variant of this beer goes, it's pretty damn good. So it's 4.2%. You can't tell. I'll end it by saying this. I think they did a great job of incorporating the pink grapefruit without going overboard, but they also gave you enough flavor from the pink grapefruit that you're not left wanting more. At least I'm not. So I gave Let's Go Pils a 3.75. I think this is a little bit better. So I'm going to give Pink Grapefruit Let's Go Pils from Community Beer Works. I'm going to give them a low 4 out of 5. I'm going to go 3.9 out of 5. I like this a little bit more than Let's Go Pils, but again, they're not two completely different beers. I wouldn't say that at all, but they're definitely in the realm of like, again, you want something a little bit fruited, a little bit easier to crush, or do you want something more year round and like a staple in your fridge? So this would be a good one to have in your fridge during the warmer months. Price point availability, I paid like around $2 for that can, give or take like 10 cents. I think I saw 6-packs, or I think 6-packs of like these variants or whatnot. They're typically in like the $11, $12 range, so less than $2 a can. They did say on their Instagram, I didn't personally see it. I don't know if it's out yet by the time you see this review or if it's coming or maybe it were already released, but they did say they're doing a variety 12-pack of their Let's Go Pils. So I don't know what that's going to include, if it's like you get 3 of the Let's Go Pils and then maybe 3 of other beers, so maybe 4 beers in total. I don't know. I'll have to keep my eye out for that one. But I did see this one in a Mix 6 location at my local Wegmans grocery store, so I picked it up. And availability is Community Beer Works. Pretty sure you got to be in the West New York area to get their stuff. I don't know how far like downstate New York State they get distro to, and I don't know about their online ordering. I assume like, I don't think they actually deliver. I think you got to pick it up, but just go to their website or any of their social media and you can probably figure out if you get distro of their stuff, but I'm pretty positive they're not outside of New York State. So kudos to Community Beer Works for a nice, light, crushable, refreshing, fruity summer beer that I'm going to probably pound that out in like 5 minutes off camera and enjoy every second of it. So appreciate everybody stopping by for another Western New York Wednesday. Check back next week. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be reviewing, and it could change, but I'm pretty sure that I'm going to do from Strange Bird out of Rochester, New York. I forgot the name of it, but it's an Italian Pilsner. So I'm going to be reviewing that one next week, and then we'll see after that. Anyway, appreciate everybody stopping by. To the next one. Cheers.